Have you ever wondered why some days feel calmer and more manageable and others feel chaotic before you even get out of bed? Are you tired of waking up exhausted, inflamed, or bracing yourself for yet another flare up? Well, what if I told you that the way you start your morning could dramatically impact your energy, nervous system, and your healing progress? If you relate to that, you're not alone. So many women with autoimmune conditions wake up already in survival mode, not realizing that their mornings are actually setting the tone for their entire day. Welcome back to the Health Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Holly B. I help women with lupus and autoimmune conditions move out of symptom management and get into real sustainable healing using a mind body soul approach. In this episode, we're talking about how to build a healing morning routine, one that supports your nervous system, restores your energy, and helps you feel calm and grounded instead of rushed and depleted. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to create a simple, flexible morning routine that works with your body, even on low energy or flare days. So stick around because we're answering the question, how do you move from morning chaos to calm in a way that actually supports autoimmune healing? Mornings actually matter more than you think when it comes to your autoimmune recovery. Here's why. Morning routines set the tone for your nervous system for the entire day, especially for women with lupus and autoimmune conditions. Because when you start your day already in fight or flight, feeling rushed or reactive, where you start scrolling on your phone as soon as you wake up, your body interprets that as danger and it locks in that fight or flight mode for the rest of the day. A healing morning routine is not about productivity or perfection. It's about creating safety and regulation first thing in the morning when you wake up. Even making just small shifts in the first 30 to 60 minutes that you're awake can have a dramatic positive impact on your energy, your inflammation, and your flares. Let me ask you if you notice how your body feels in the first hour of your day. I want you to start thinking about that if you're not quite sure off the top of your head, because creating awareness around how you are starting up every day, how you feel when you wake up, that awareness comes before you can create the change. So I will ask you to start noticing how your body feels in the first hour of your day. Are you sluggish? Are you depressed? Do you feel like there's a burden on your shoulders? Are you in pain? Because awareness around the state you're in when you wake up has to come before you can create the changes to shift those things. There are several key problems with most morning routine advice that you're going to find out there from all the experts. The first is that most morning routines out there are designed for hustle culture, for the powerpreneur, right? They are not designed for nervous system healing. So while they might have a very successful impact for some, those are not the routines that you, as someone with an autoimmune condition or chronic health issues, should be focusing on. You need to focus on something that is going to calm the nervous system and regulate your nervous system on a mind, body, soul level. So things like cold plunges, cold showers, intense workouts, very strict timelines and schedules, those will actually backfire when it comes to autoimmune bodies because we've been there and done that, and now we're suffering consequences of that. The other issue that I see a lot is that there is this comparison that happens when we can't keep up with those routines, and it creates guilt and feelings like I am never going to heal because I can't do this right, because I can't stick to the routine. If I can't do it perfectly, then I'm always going to be stuck where I'm at. I'm failing at healing, right? For autoimmune women, healing routines have to be flexible, they have to be adaptive, and they have to be body led. They cannot be a rigid system, a power through system. So I'd like you to reflect on this just a little bit and ask yourself, if you currently have a morning routine, is your morning routine truly supporting your nervous system? Or could it possibly be stressing it out and perpetuating some of your flare ups and symptoms? So, there are three pillars of an autoimmune positive healing morning routine. Those pillars are mind, body, and soul. We need to address all three as we start our day. So, the first pillar is mind. The mind pillar is about setting the tone internally. So, beginning your day with gratitude, intention, or using a language that signals safety to the body and the nervous system. This is where your mindset work, your affirmations, your conscious self talk belong. You need to start them in the morning to set the tone for your day because you're teaching your body what kind of day it's safe to have and what kind of day to expect.
Hey, I just wanted to jump in here and interrupt the program for just a hot minute. You know that I'm so passionate about this podcast, but what I'm also really passionate about is helping women with lupus minimize their symptoms, boost their energy so that they can indulge in life again. So if you are a woman who is struggling with lupus, who is sick and tired of being sick and tired, who's struggling to manage your flares, if you're finding that your lupus symptoms are just really getting in the way of you being able to live your life the way you want to, I feel you. I've been there myself and I felt the same way. And what I've found is that there are a certain set of health fundamentals that once applied, will support you in your foundational health. They will support you in building and maintaining that energy, minimizing flares, and allowing you to, again, indulge in life and follow your passions. So, if that is something that you are interested in creating for yourself, let's jump on a call together. I will walk you through the process that I use with my clients to get them from sick and tired to strong foundation of health by implementing my Health Bridge protocol. If this is something you're interested in chatting more about, I would love to talk to you. Apply for a free clarity call with me, and I look forward to getting to know you soon. And now back to the episode.
Second pillar is the body. So here we're supporting your circadian rhythm and building your energy stores. Morning light exposure, meaning outdoor morning light exposure, is one of the fastest ways to regulate your cortisol and melatonin production and raise your stable energy stores. Hydration in the morning is super important before you have caffeine, if you drink caffeine. Hydration when you get up is very supportive of blood volume, of blood platelet movement in the body, getting the energy of the blood moving and circulating. It helps to reduce your fatigue and your brain fog. And ideally, with caffeine, if you are a caffeine drinker, what I'd like you to do is instead of getting up and immediately getting that cup of coffee, slowly start pushing it back by a half an hour until you have eaten some food and maybe you're 2 hours to 3 hours into your day. Then you can have some caffeine. But by pushing it out, you're putting way less stress on your hormones, on your hormone production, on your adrenal system, and it will allow your body to actually not jump into a fight or like a self-induced fight or flight from the caffeine. So very, very important for the nervous system to push out that caffeine intake. And then gentle movement in the morning tells your body that it's safe to wake up without forcing intensity, right? So no intense runs, no intense HIIT workouts, nothing like that. We're just looking for some gentle, supportive movement. And then the third pillar, again, is soul. And that's where we're creating presence and connection. Breath work, meditation, or even just taking a few minutes of stillness will help to anchor you in your body, get you out of just your overactive mind. If you're anything like me, that is a struggle for you. It is for many, many women with autoimmune conditions. So, doing practices such as these when you start your day really helps to get you out of that monkey mind and into your body and ground you. And this isn't really a time dependent thing, as far as you don't need to sit there for 30 to 60 minutes and try to meditate and clear your mind. We're talking about just 2 to 5 minutes has a huge impact and will really create measurable regulation in your heart space and in your nervous system. And just remembering that connection here, which is what we're talking about when we're talking about connecting mind, body, and soul. That connection calms the nervous system faster than doing any morning routine through willpower. So, this week, I'd love for you to just choose one of these pillars to focus on, and just remembering that consistency beats complexity. So, don't make it complicated. You don't need to do everything all at once. Just pick one thing and focus on doing that as best you can throughout the week. Let's go over what a healing morning routine looks like for a woman with autoimmune in a real life scenario, right? Some days you might have 30 minutes for a morning routine. Other days you might have like 5. Both of these count, and both of these time frames will help you, especially when done consistently. So, healing routines that can adapt to your flares, adapt to fatigue, and adapt to real life are super, super important. It's all about flexibility here. So, a routine for you one day might happen in bed. Another day, maybe you're sitting on the porch getting some natural light in your eyes, or even while you're steeping your tea, right? You can start to implement these practices. You don't have to carve out a whole hour or add an overwhelming routine in order to force healing. We're talking about flow here. So the goal is not hard discipline, it's about building a relationship with your body slowly, consistently. So, what I really, really want you to do here is to release that all or nothing mindset around routines. I have been stuck in that mindset many, many times throughout my healing journey. And I can tell you from my own experience, the all or nothing does not work, not when you have an inconsistent symptom cycle, right? With autoimmune, it's very rarely consistent. Some days we're good and we think we're on top of the world. Some days it's like we ran into a brick wall. So we need to release that all or nothing mindset. And I'd like you to just take a big, deep breath in with me and then release out the mouth. And just with that breath, let go of holding on to that all or nothing mindset, and breathing in, flow into your routines from now on.
Really quick, Holly B here. I just wanted to interrupt the podcast to ask you for a quick favor. Can you take just a moment to like and subscribe to this podcast on whatever platform you are listening in on? It makes a world of a difference. And the reach of this podcast, it takes like literally under 10 seconds. So go do that right now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And now back to the episode.
Let's go over just a simple sample routine. So, when you wake up, I want you to take a moment before you're even out of bed and focus on gratitude. What are 3 things that you're grateful for? or prayer. Say a prayer before you get out of bed. That sets the tone for a positive morning, and it takes the focus off everything that is wrong and how bad maybe you feel, how much your back hurts, how much weight is on you for the day of all your tasks. So, starting with gratitude or prayer. And then once you get up, hydrate about a pint of water with some clean filtered water and step outside and get some natural light in your eyes. This doesn't mean staring at the sun. This just means getting natural light, not indoor light bulbs or light that's filtered through a window. You want to actually get outside and get some natural light and natural air. If you are not mobile, you can always sit by a window that's open and you can stay inside that way, but the window has to be open to get that natural light in your eyes. And take a moment, just take 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths to calm the nervous system and set your intention for the day. And incorporate a little bit of gentle movement, maybe some stretching or a little bit of walking or some mobility exercises, even just, some simple neck rolls. But whatever you can do to just get a little bit of gentle movement for your body. And a couple of optional add-ons could be journaling. Maybe it's taking supplements if you're prescribed your supplements. And then when you're ready, have a protein forward breakfast, whatever that looks like for you. But setting yourself up with protein, healthy fat, some fiber in the morning that will give your body solid nutrients to build energy from. A very similar routine to this is laid out in my daily Lupus guide. So if you have not downloaded that yet, be sure to download that. The link is in the show notes. And again, that's applicable for all autoimmune conditions, not just lupus. But that will help lay out this type of morning routine for you that we just went over. Setting up your morning routine is a foundational pillar of health. It's not a one and done fix. So I just want to make that clear. A morning routine alone is not going to heal your autoimmune condition, but it does lay a solid foundation to open the door for that healing. When your nervous system feels safe, all the nutrition, the supplements, the hydration, all of the other self-care practices that we do, it all works better when we have this solid morning routine in place. This morning routine will support your energy production. It will support your emotional resilience, and it helps you develop the long-term consistency in your routine, which also helps to regulate the nervous system. Many of the women that I've worked with have really found so much benefit once they've figured out a personalized routine that works best for them and their body. So if that's something that you would like help with, you can always apply for the healing breakthrough call with me. Again, that link is down in the show notes, and that's something that we can discuss on the call. Now, I just want to state again that healing doesn't start with doing more and putting too much overwhelm on your shoulders. It truly starts with listening to your body, listening to your mind, listening to your soul, and making those connections between the three. Your mornings are a perfect opportunity to partner with your body instead of pushing against it and forcing routine to happen. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are walking away with a new understanding of how powerful your mornings can be, not as a productivity tool as promoted in hustle culture, but as a foundation for nervous system safety, for energy production, and for long-term healing and recovery. If this episode spoke to you, remember you don't have to navigate autoimmunity alone. I'd love to support you on your journey. As I stated earlier in the episode, please download my free daily lupus guide and symptom tracker. It goes over a sample morning and evening routine that made a huge difference in my life and my healing journey. And again, it applies to all autoimmune conditions, not just lupus. You can also apply for that healing breakthrough call if you're ready to build routines that truly support your body. Until next time, take a deep breath, give yourself grace, and keep building your bridge back to health.